We're just going right into it. We don't need a break screen. We don't need to sit on break screen for like 20 minutes.
Did you get a new feat, David?
Yeah, I think we talked the other day about replacing Tavern Brawler.
That's right. Okay, so you replaced it with Battlemaster. Got it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No problem. We're playing D&D, and now I'm going to jump into another thing. Just saying that Tavern Brawler and with it somewhat grappler changes occurred in that playtest material that came out, and so we are scrapping Tavern Brawler. So if you I don't think any of you other than Eddie has Tavern Brawler, but if you do and you want to change it, just we'll talk about it later then. Right. D&D, Curiosity. We are in Solnar once again. We never leave. It's home, baby. The City of Angels. They have a hole that goes to the Underdark. On a continent that previously, historically, they knew of 0 entrances to the Underdark. Our Underdark denizens, Convergent and Velran, both don't know of any cities this far east on the planet. There are rumors that there are, but there's never. It's a lot like being in Europe before Christopher Columbus made it public knowledge that there was in Americas. You're like, I hear there's a land over there, and some people are like, world's flat, shut up. Which I guess hasn't changed a lot. But there is in the city there was a sinkhole and some ruins after the battle, leads to the Underdark. 1 of 5 tunnels has been searched, and it had a fun myconid hive mind whose kids were being stolen by rat men. You guys taught the myconid hive bird. By you guys, I mean Eddie. Eddie taught the hive mind bird. And also, Edna, if you don't have that written down already, you know bird. You spew your language.
Not Eric Cochran.
Yeah, Eric Cochran, which we call bird. That is a language often spoke by your compatriots. And then you guys fought a Master Adranok built by the Solnar Corp. Yeah, Sol Corp. The military-industrial complex of Solnar. A massive gargantuan construct built to do as much harm to a mostly undead military force. You guys, by the skin of your teeth, managed to defeat it. Everybody was on the floor except for Clarny, who, with a final throw of his hammer while blinded, defeated the creature.
I was on the floor several times.
Yeah. The Starboy was yo-yoed several times from life and death. The creature, once it was at half health, started to just bleed radiation in a radius around it. No save, just be irradiated. You guys spent the rest of that day being healed by clerics. You had to have a lot of lesser and some of you greater restorations cast to fix the flesh that was burned away.
I'll sleep it off. Don't waste your diamonds on me, please.
They are terrified. No, there is for you though, Craig. There is several men standing nearby, watching you intently,
just in case.
No, they seem to be, with your passives. They seem to be like, we've got one living, and we're going to. Some of them have every once in a while, one of them writes on a notepad, looks up at you, looks down at the notepad.
It's like Roswell for them.
Yeah, that's fine.
They're doing their research, is what they're doing. They're yes. 3G men that are doing their research on the enemy.
Making it to Area 61.
Yeah, very much. They're all in like fedoras and suits. Right. That day ends, so you guys get your long rest. We come to the next day. Everybody's up on the top deck. I can't remember what we said. I think we just said Gertrude was sleeping. I just think you guys left him.
Yeah, it's just like he was tired.
He's tired, boy. The being in the Underdark really tuckers him out.
They were doing like a, he was watching Carney and got really tired too.
He was up in the stands with the others going, got a copper that one goes down next.
Doing some back alley betting. Right. Very good. You guys come to your day. Things that could be done. Going to the pit, the entrance to the Underdark, and seeing what's good, and maybe continuing down there. Other things that could be done. Anything. There's a whole city. What are we doing?
Let's go down into the Underdark. Let's go. Let's just go on an adventure. Go down there.
You got it.
Yeah, I'll say it's been a couple of days. Let's go ahead and see if there's any kind of activity in any of the other tunnels.
Do any of us need to like get some stuff, supplies, anything like that?
Let's pick up some more health potions. That's what he says. Grab a couple 44 plus 8s.
I think I'm going to check on the artificer. I haven't heard any explosions in 2 days.
They have anything
That could be concerning. If the artificer goes quiet for a couple days, there's an even bigger boom.
The artificer was just up on the deck.
We got to introduce her back somehow, Sean. It can't just be like, oh, we haven't talked to you in 4 months, but you're here.
I guess my headcanon is you guys talk to her all the time.
All the time, yeah.
I guess that's what I have in my head.
That's fair. It's probably true, too. Yeah.
They are just a member of the crew.
Yes.
Part of the ship, part of the crew. And it's just the camera's not on you when you talk to them, is what I have in my head. But please continue. Don't let me stop.
Edna.
Yeah, not responding. When you walk in, Edna has got these giant oversized goggles that when she looks up at you, her eyes are so freaking huge. She looks like George Clinton. And hair is completely disheveled. There's soot all over her face. She is clearly a disheveled wreck. And just kind of holding these 2 containers in front of her. And it's just I cannot. What am I doing wrong? I don't know. What is wrong? She's very much so obsessed with what she's working on.
Do you need help?
And then she's just kind of gonna shake it off and look up at you. Have you ever had ranch before?
Ranch?
Yes.
No, what? No, I'm very plain. My granddad invented bread.
Ah, okay. I remember us talking about this.
Yeah.
I'm trying to recreate homemade ranch. Well, restaurant ranch at home. And it's just never the same.
Never the same.
It's never the same.
Let me know if you ever need flies to help, I guess. We're going to go on an adventure. Did you want to come?
Actually, maybe they have herbs.
No.
Apparently that's what I'm missing.
There might be herbs in the Underdark, I'm sure. Just don't grab any mushrooms. We're friends with them.
Yeah, you don't put mushrooms in that. But yeah, actually, it'd be nice to get out of here and try to focus on something else, though. Yeah, I think I'll come with you.
All right.
While Craig was away, somebody up on the top deck thought they saw something out in the ocean, but then it was gone.
Oh no, not Bing Bong.
Oh, no.
Right. Adventure. So potions were asked. I think there probably at this point might be some spare potions if you go looking for them in the trade district. Lot you will know, like Crag and Conversion and Starboy will know pretty well that most of the potions would have been that were being made would have been essentially ordered by the state to refill coffers and refill their supplies, as you know, they fought a battle like 3 months ago.
What are the biggest potions I can get?
Probably just normals,
which are 44 plus 4.
44 plus 2, I believe, or 2d4 plus 2. 2d4 plus 2.
Yeah,
2d4 plus 4. 2d4 plus 4, which is not a lot. And essentially, it's their limiter is not healing potion; it's glass vials. They don't have large enough vials.
Oh,
could they make like Clonny could make a ton of fucking vials out of metal?
I mean, is there something I could help make? I'm thinking bigger.
No, so like my thought, so it's
like a machine I could make.
Right.
None of you have ever tried to make a health potion. We've never really engaged in crafting necessarily, other than Clarny just being like, I have metal and I pray, and now it's thing. Big success.
Big success.
Very nice.
Health potions are in my world, they are a standard. Like you can essentially brew in a single afternoon enough health potion for an entire community to like get a ladle and get healed, you know? It's like a punch bowl.
Yeah.
The increase in healing is through enchanting the vials.
Gotcha.
And you can just pour a health potion, just
it's
a
like
2d4
good berry
plus 4.
juice.
It can just be ladled into anything. So like Clarny could make a massive, like, you know, i.e. Sam Regal flask and have a huge flask of 10 uses of 2d4 plus 4.
A Homer bucket of healing potion.
Yeah. But that does not increase the amount of healing one would get in a single use.
Does that mean that if you reuse the glass, it will heal you?
You know what? I will have a return program of half off from now on. I like it. I reduce, reuse, recycle, my guy.
Well, you definitely have some.
That's a great idea when you bring it up to like the nice old lady that's spooning.
Pieces come back out.
That's like you're in this like health potion shop. It's this old fashioned, just like a whole family just making health potions. It's super hot from like the heat of the cooking elements. It's like, oh, that's a wonderful idea. I think we might, if we get the bottles back and they're not broken in a battle, we'd love to recycle like that.
Smash cut all the times that every single one of our players have healed someone by doing a Rob Gronkowski smash into their face with a healing potion.
Fighter out in the fight just chugs it and smashes it onto the ground.
Barbarian literally
at somebody's head.
Barbarian literally eats it. Just chews the vial.
It gets the health across.
Like Thor with the coffee.
Yeah. Another.
Next time, could you just give them to me? I could probably use those. A little vial.
Branch?
Really handy.
Branch vial.
Vial branch. Is the ranch going to be a healing potion?
I'm going to try to make some.
Oh no! I don't want to have to get 2d4 plus 4 healing by drinking a vial of ranch.
It takes your action and bonus action because it's
a Constitution. There's definitely a Constitution save involved.
It takes 2 turns because it's like slowly coming out.
No, it's a Dragon Age had regeneration potions. It's a regeneration potion.
You have to stop to gag halfway through, regardless.
It's more of a salve.
It's so refreshing, but so vile. I actually do want to try to do that.
But right, did anybody want to buy just normal healing potions?
Yeah,
Sure.
we'll buy them out.
Okay.
How many is there?
I mean, like I said, you guys can essentially scoop out. They probably, for today's like stuff, they probably have like 20 vials, like that they just have ready that they were going to scoop in.
All right. Yeah, let's get them all. That's what's 1,000 gold.
Yes, that is 1,000 gold.
All right, I got this for now.
Oh,
I have this for now. But you guys take them. I can heal myself, so just
All right,
please heal yourselves.
I'll
Please do
take
that.
5.
I'll take like 4 because I can also heal myself.
You take 5 as well.
Okay, fine. I'm
Edna,
taking
take 5.
I don't need them.
I'm handing them to her.
Okay. Thank you.
I get 2. No, I
They're
get
42.
what?
You said there's 42?
2d4 plus 2, and there's 5 of them.
2d4 plus 2, and there's 5 of them. Got it.
2d4 plus 4, 2. Well, it's one of those two.
When you use it, we'll tell you a number.
4 plus 2.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll just put 5 healing potions for now.
Yeah, there you go.
I give the other 5 to Velran.
Cool.
You'll take them.
And Carney is still on the boat with 3 more days of bed rest. Just so
Yes.
you know, Carney.
Yep.
What's, because of my first time ever playing with Edna, what's her gear situation at the moment? Is it still
Jack's
started?
also hanging out with you guys. Don't forget about Jack. He's
Oh, yeah, Jack's
definitely
here.
hanging out with you.
You give him the one you didn't want. Douglas.
Yeah.
Are you gonna give Jack a potion? Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
I had one already,
One
so I'll take one.
normal healing potion. Right. So Jack is this like 6'7", massive chested, wearing full plate mail, and he has a hammer that is the size of most everybody's body here. Like a 5 foot tall, 2 feet by 1.5 feet head hammer. And that's Jack. He's like a 19-year-old kid with a really dumb smile on his face.
Wholesome.
Oh, thanks, guys. So if I'm almost dead again, like when we fought that magic radiation thing, I just drink this?
Yeah, drink it. Not now. When you're almost dead.
Cool. I think the elders made potions like this back in Veer, but they weren't as fancy. They were a lot greener.
Is that
But
armor
thanks.
or just clothes? It's hard to tell.
Oh, this is the plate of a Diablos.
Oh, okay.
So it's ting ting ting. It's very hardy, but it's not like blessed or anything.
Right. Do we need to get Edna and Jack some gear?
Might be beneficial.
Yeah, I don't have. Well, yeah, I don't have.
Can I get a? Can you? There was a green guy you guys were talking to. Could I go talk to him?
But what at the mystic
Rug is
at the arcane mine?
pretty good at making stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah, Urag. That's the yes.
Urag.
Captain's got it.
Gotcha. Okay, I'll go with Captain, and like Jack just sort of like sidles up next.
Oh,
to
Edna
you.
too. Let's all go. Come on.
Woohoo!
We going to the
gang-
forge?
Yeah, the gang is going to Arcane Minded. You guys come in. Cindy, the shopkeep, greets you. Hello, everybody. What can I do for you? What brings the whole curiosity here?
I need some armor and a really big bag.
Big bag we can do offhand. We've got plenty of those in the back storage. But armor, you're gonna have to talk to the man in the back. Let me go get him. And she goes into this. It's like there's like a bar, and a back wall, and a door she goes through on that back wall, at the far end of the shop, and disappears for like 2 minutes, and then comes back with Urag, who is this massive green orc, with like a leather blackened apron and just like forge clothes, like light and airy forge clothes. And Urag comes out, like wiping his hands on the leather apron, and is like, "Oh, well, hey, everybody, what can I do for you?"
We all need +2 weapons.
Oh, buddy.
That was a joke. I'm pulling your dick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay. What can I do for you, Master Bread?
Oh, not me. Them. Craig. What's Jack? Edna? These two need something, right?
Oh, okay. Jack walks up. He like pulls his hammer, sort of puts it onto the ground in front of him. And goes, "Can you bless this?" And Urag goes, "I don't know what you mean by bless, kid. Their stuff hits better than mine." Enchanted. Gotcha. I mean, definitely, I can do that. Can you bring it back there for me, though? That looks like I might throw out my back. Yeah, I'll take it back there. And Jack heads into the back. And Urag turns to you and goes, "And what do you do? What do you hit with?"
My brain.
Can't enchant that. You're gonna lose most of your skull if I attempt to do that.
I appreciate that. I actually just kind of want to not get hurt. You got some armor?
Yeah, I got the scale mail, breastplate, some half plate. All my plates gone currently. That's about the extent of what I have. Some chain shirts as well. Some chain shirts.
I'll take that scale mail.
Scale mail, right? I think that's like 750 gold. Cindy will take care of you. If your buddy back there, that's going to be a 500 gold. The normal magic enchantment, Captain.
Sounds good.
Oh, you need money? Y'all got money? I didn't bring any.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
I thought she was with you.
Yes. Shit.
Oh, well, wonderful.
Just
Okay.
put it all on one. Mm-hmm. I'm just not paying.
Yep.
Thank you.
Cindy will take care of you like always. I will get back to work, and you can come and collect it at the end of the day.
Thank you very much.
Leaves.
Hey, do you guys have longbow +1s?
No.
He can do them though, but probably not with these other two today.
Definitely not today. And I can take enchantments and put it on a string. It takes me a while and it's pretty time consuming. But I cannot make a longbow myself. That's not, unless it's metal. You bring me schematics for a metal longbow.
So I've got this longbow right here. Could you enchant it with a +1?
No. Unless you give me something that has a +1 enchantment on it, and then I can disenchant and put that enchantment sort of magically with my fingers. It's very time consuming because it's not me forging. It's not my master craftsmanship, if you know what I mean.
I have this old studded leather +1. Is the +1 transferable, or does it have to be a weapon?
I don't actually think that's transferable because one of them.
What about
one of them's just defense?
What about that
It's
enchantment from your katana, Eddie?
It's vicious, not a +1.
Yeah, but it could be cool to have on a bow.
You could make it. I could make it.
And then it makes
in
magic.
This logic,
It makes your arrows
make it a
magic.
vicious long. It would make it a vicious long.
And it makes your arrows magic.
I would make your arrows magic as long as that's what it says.
Would, but I need the katana because if my chain is tied up,
right?
Then I need something else to hit melee.
Or you can pay double, and he will disenchant something that he has. You essentially are buying 2 +1 weapons. and he will pull an enchantment.
Oh,
But
how much does that cost?
That would cost $1,000.
Oh, just 1,000 gold.
Yeah, these things are. I guess a longbow is more expensive. It's 1,500. It's not even that bad.
Yeah,
for you guys. You guys,
not bad at all.
I think, are walking around with 2 dragon's hordes.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, just 2.
Only 2.
Yeah,
I should have a dragon notice that.
It's all in extra dimensional planes.
Yeah, there's an astral dragon out there that's like, man, I smell something. I smell something.
I smell something. It's somewhere.
I have all those spelljammer things. At least to me, spell all that's connected.
Oh, buddy.
Anyways, yeah, you pay 1,500, but you won't have it this game.
Okay.
Gotcha. But you hand me 1,500 gold, and depending on how long the game goes, how many days go by, but it'll take him several days.
All right, I marked that off.
Okay, so he will get to work on that once he finishes his immediate orders. Right, and he'll finally at last he'll turn to you, Clarny, and he'll be like, "Hey, Clarny. You thought about what you'd like to forge at all?"
I have not, because I don't know what else I could use other than something that would give me more AC.
That's fair. With the idea of you forging it for yourself, yeah.
And I don't know what that would be. I don't know what else I could wear that would do that. So, unless it's just another piece of magical armor, I guess.
Well, just think about maybe instead of increasing what you already can do, why don't you think about something that you think would be amazing to forge? What would be a fantastic thing that you would feel like, man, I did a great job forging that. I did it. Can't make anything better than that. It's what I'm always trying to do. And he'll just kind of walk away with that nugget of thought.
Yeah, I'm going to sit on it for a little bit longer and think about it.
You know what he said earlier, Cloney, that give me some schematics for a metal longbow? That'd be kind of tight.
It'd be fun.
Right. Do you guys want to wait a day or wait until the end? Wait until night to circle back, because this was the beginning of the day. This is like 10, 11 a.m. at this point.
Captain?
It'll take him till probably like 8 or 9 p.m. to finish those 2 enchantments.
Yeah, if it's probably starting to get towards mid-morning now, let's go ahead and come back this evening, pick those up, and then tomorrow morning head out down into the tunnels.
Okay.
Anything else people want to do while we're waiting?
Yeah, I'm going to go to the library.
Yeah, I have at least one vignette that I want to play out. So where does everybody want to go? What does anybody want to do with a day of downtime? 12, 14 hours.
Eddie's going to tame his snurd. That's what he's going to do. He's got the one snurd. He's going to work on taming it.
Okay. Where are you doing this?
I'm just going to be on the boat.
Okay. We'll get back to that. Craig is going to the library.
I'm probably actually going to head down towards House Carlisle area.
Okay, which is right on the docks. Yeah. Unless you want to go to their estate. They do have an estate that is manned. Probably you don't know how it's manned right now.
Not Carlisle, Ophio.
Oh, okay. So you want to head to there.
The slums.
Try to find out where or how the fish people and sea elves
fared.
How they've fared.
Okay, so you're going to the slums. You're not going to the estate.
Yeah,
you got it. You taking Velran with you?
Yeah, probably just smart idea doing that.
You got it. He falls in behind you. Jack will actually sort of like get up to follow you. Will you take him?
I will let him know where we're going.
He just sort of shrugs. He goes, I haven't seen him before. Don't really know. I'm at your side, Captain. Gives like a salute.
Okay. Keep your eyes open and watch to see how we react.
Always on a swivel.
Will you take me too? It's been a while since I've gotten out, so.
If you want to go down to this area, sure.
It is the I explained it as the narrows of this city in like the terms of
Pretty
like,
sure this is
Gotham.
where she was living
Really cool.
when we first met.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fish people. A lot of fish people live here.
Mm-hmm.
They were pushed out by a xenophobic mer people, i.e., like evil Atlantis. Very much the like underwater people only.
Namor.
No one else. So there's a lot of sea elves and refugees and fish people and some lizard folk that have been pushed off of islands down towards the south of the con. Right, so that's where those four are going. Starboy, what you doing?
I'll tag along with Craig.
Okay, so you're at the library.
Yeah, I'll be in library gang.
And Clarny.
If nobody needs me, I'm gonna go find food.
You got it. You're off to the trade district to find some good food. Okay, we'll start with Eddie.
Bird, snurd.
Snurd. I choose
Is a good bird to its core.
Okay, so
Need to bring it
you
out.
are starting. Oh no, okay. Birds and snurds. Birds are snurds. Snurds are good birds. This is your statement.
My statement is snurds are good birds.
Okay.
You just got to bring it out of them. It's in them.
You
Inside.
standing on the top deck. Some of the crewmates are around just watching. Your parrot is on your shoulder,
Mhm.
and you let out the snurd.
I wait. Whoa! I'm not letting out the snurd. That is not what I'm doing right now.
Okay, then what are you doing?
I've got the snurd in its snurd cage, right? And I've got some rats, right? And I'm just sitting down, leaning up, against the railing, snurd in the cage. I'm giving it rats. I'm just whistling. I'm kind of sleeping. I'm dozing off a little bit. I'm having a relaxing and very calm time with the snurd while it's being fed.
Okay, and is that what you're just going to spend the day doing?
Yeah, because that's how you make animals love you. So that's what I'm doing with
Okay.
the snurd.
Okay.
We're working on that.
Making me an animal handling check at disadvantage because it's not an animal.
I would say I have advantage because it's actually two animals smushed together.
Crazy thoughts. It's a
How
disadvantage.
about we just cancel it out and we say no disadvantage?
Nah, it's disadvantage.
It's a 19 on the first one. 19 on the second one, so that's a 20.
At one.
Dirty 20.
Doesn't get angry. It chills out, eats its rats. It's really unnerving seeing the snake jaw unhinge and eat a rat whole, and then its bird lower half to sort of bulge out as a whole rat enters it.
He's a good snurd. Very good, very good. Good progress.
Well, that was great. Clarny, going to get food. What kind of food you want, buddy?
I'm looking for weird meats.
Weird meats. And this time we got plenty of weird meats. There is one lizard folk hawking dinosaur meat. A red-tailed
Holy
lizard
shit.
folk.
Oh my god. Can I get like the ridiculous like big ribs?
Yes, my friend. Yes, I get you the ribs right now, my friend. It's all good. He has a Fu Manchu mustache and
No
goatee.
way.
On
What's
to
your
add this
what's your
lizard folk.
passive insight, Clardy?
It's actually what? How do I add it
It's
up?
10
What
plus
is
your insight.
It's 15.
It might not.
We roll a die here. Oh, awkward. Oh. Oh. He rolled a 15 on his on his deception check. This is Benny. This is Benny, the lizard folk that you. He rolled a 15. He rolled a 3 plus 12. Really, Ben, your passive beats it. My friend, yes, and he like brings you like this big rack of ribs. That's like it's like 3 ribs each the size of your arm. My friend, you give me what you think it's worth. Anything. My very well dressed friend.
I give him narrow eyes. Like, I know you.
He as you do that, you see his eyes sort of go from this like very charismatic, like looking at you with the like hands clasped, and he sort of stands up a bit straighter, and his eyes become just a bit more intelligent, and he winks at you, and then he turns around and begins to close up shop and close the tent together very rapidly until you are left with just the one table and the one stool you're sitting at, and he leaves. Without a word, without saying a word, he just sort of, and it's very swift. With one action, he sort of like collapses the
like
whole.
One arm pulls stuff in, the other arm pulling this thing down. And
Your table's spinning as he goes away.
the plate is spinning with the food on it.
It's delicious. I'm not gonna lie. He did smuggle dinosaur flesh, some sort of monster like meat from the island of Veer on your ship. It tastes delicious, well marinated, has a bit of a kick to it. Yeah. So that's where we'll leave Clarny. Just digging into a delicious rack of ribs. And we will go to Starboy and Craig Bread. You guys go to the library. This far into the city, Starboy, you are noticed sometimes. You were put into the papers. It's common knowledge that you returned to the city and were you announced your titles. A caricature, a portrait of you was put into this announcement. But it's not. The crowds aren't forming. Just especially Craig notices sometimes heads follow you, which does disguise for quite a while until Craig, with your stupid passive perception, does gather that there are some people following you. You are unclear whether they're following you or your companion, but you're being followed.
We're being followed. Should I care?
I mean,
It's a real question.
There's only a few people in this city that I am not confident that I couldn't just like drop so quick.
yeah, you're not wrong, Tim.
There's probably like a handful, yeah, that you couldn't.
But that it could very well be one of them that's following us. That's what I'm worried about, right?
Yeah, I can think of 2 of them that you would be concerned about. One being Dissipator and the other being Starboy's brother.
I'm not gonna worry about it. Library.
Yeah, nah. The library. We can always have a library fight.
To the library you go in. The feeling doesn't go away in the library. But you go into the library. What do you do?
I'm looking for Zinnis Fran.
That's the library guy? That's
Yeah.
the guy who like runs the library.
Yes. He's my friend.
What's up? What's up, Master Bread?
Hello. I need to find out
Gnomish guy, I think.
anything you have on rat folk, if that's ever came up in the past at all.
Like, you know, the wide-eyed, eyebrow raised, many blinks.
Right. If you know anything of underground tunnels or systems within your city or outside of the city in the Stormlands, whatever, just underground stuff, caves, stuff like that. And then if you have like topographical maps.
The former and the most latter we can do. I apologize, but any such documents about the one in the middle has been sealed and made classified by the government.
Yeah.
I can't get those for you due to recent events. I'm sure you're appraised. But Rat Man, we have legends. I can scoop some up for you, and topographical maps. We can bring you to the map room, and that you'll find whatever you need there.
Sweet. I don't know if Narvos was gonna get something else or.
Hello.
Starboy?
I think he just stepped away.
Oh.
Did he? Piss.
Back.
He's back.
Welcome. Oh, you are the renounced bastard of House Narvos. It is
Yeah, I'm back.
good to make your acquaintance. Puts out his hand.
I'll shake it.
It's his title, okay? It sounds like an insult, but he's on a
It's the
technical
thing.
level, his title.
Narvos, this is Zinnis Fran. You might have seen him or heard of him. Cool guy.
Yeah, no, I think I've
Yeah,
heard
this
of him
is
a couple
this
times.
is literally your local old librarian. He's been you remember him he was sort of a lower level position in the library when you were a kid, but like you know, now head librarian.
Yeah, no, good to see you. Last I saw you, you were like just a little, kind of library guy, but now you're like the head librarian. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, we went through many head librarian, many strokes. It's a tough job on the brain, but anyways, let me get you what you need. You are gotten essentially like myths on ratmen.
Mm-hmm.
Dating back as far in sort of like modern real life above the table terms. There are legends dating back to to compare Mesopotamia. Like there are Mesopotamian myths on ratmen in Solna.
Okay.
That makes sense to me, and I apologize that I know it doesn't make sense to probably most other people.
Like Gilgamesh levels of
but like in sort of like age as well. So like very old myths that do somewhat disappear more in the modern era. But like essentially think Mesopotamia to like Viking myths. So that's like 4,000 years of myths.
Yeah.
Set probably like 5,000 to 6,000 years ago.
What would bring them back up? You know, if you go down that long ago, why come back?
And then the topographical maps. I mean, workshop. No, not workshop. Stormlands map. All right, everybody.
Imagine bumps.
Let's make some bumps, everybody.
You don't have to if you don't want to. If you feel like it, go ahead. That's awesome.
I do know that there is a massive mountain in the very
I kind
center
of figured
of the
that.
barony.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
This is also I'm probably gonna delete these, but this is also like a raised peninsula. So like
Gotcha.
if you're in this bay, this wall sort of like Cliffs of Dover style hangs over the edge.
Right.
Sheltertown is actually, I don't know, maybe I'll make it a box. I guess my boxes are forests, but in red they're valleys. Sheltertown is actually like in a crater.
See, that's kind of what I'm looking for is things below sea level in the main continent.
Okay, so if that's what you're looking for, your passive investigation's crazy. Make me a roll just to roll a die if you want.
Invest.
Yes, technically, this is also a mountain.
It's one of my lower skills, actually, investigation.
There. This one can also be over here.
27, natural 20.
Nice. Right. So that's one. Fleshberg has natural defenses of being abutted mountains and a valley that protects it.
Gotcha. Hang on one second. Somebody's ringing my doorbell. I'm sorry.
You got it. I will put out the logic places for valleys. Okay, so another two things. One, there is a massive valley there that Narvos could tell you back before the storm was created was part of the like heartland.
Where can
like
you
tab it? Sorry,
there you
I forgot.
Okay.
I forget that you guys can't see my mouse because it's so big on my screen. So that was a valley that was like a protected like breadbasket valley for Solnar. This is where the librarian tells you, based on your natural 20 investigation check, that a rock from space hit many thousands of years ago and literally like carved out a deep trench in the ocean, and it can still be sort of like seen, and a lot of like deep sea creatures that normally wouldn't be that close to shore do reside in this stretch, which is something that would have been fun to deal with without that knowledge when you eventually went to go talk to the bird people.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's very good to know that it's a huge trench there, that close to.
Yeah. It's really big, and then there's a big mountain here.
Okay, I just store all this in my brain and let Converge know when I see him next.
You got it.
Was there anything you wanted to do here? No, sorry. I didn't know if you wanted to look at any books about your granddad or something.
I mean, no, it's just kind of coming with you, just so we're not, having one person going off by themselves.
Yeah.
But no. I mean, while he's looking at this, like, if any of those, if I happen to get eyes on any of the people that are following us,
no,
I would try to do detect thoughts, but
there's a lot of people in the library, but nobody really sort of gives off a spy vibe, I guess.
If you tell Craig to give a shit, he'll figure out who it is.
Yeah.
But that's what he was asking you earlier. So
Craig, I will say that sort of to round out your vignette is you do hear several rumors, people just whispering in the library. And with your hearing, you hear everything. So the two rumors you hear is, one, some city guard detective cop. It's one of the investigative teams. There's several teams of two that are like the investigators. they had a run-in with the Thieves Guild, and one of them was killed.
Shit.
And that is sort of like upper echelon whisper, oh my god, can you believe it type rumor that you hear. Go ahead and give me what's a listening check? We're doing investigation or perception?
Active perception.
An active perception? Active perception. Just to see if you hear any more details.
I rolled a 5, so I got a 22.
Okay. All you get is that their combo was a paladin and a fighter.
Okay.
A cleric of the Dawn Father.
Mm.
Not cleric, sorry, paladin. Right. The other thing you hear is just that the pit. I'm gonna call it the pit because I like the pit, and that's what the city is beginning to call the entrance to the Underdark.
The pit.
The pit. That there was some sort of incident in the pit last night, but that it's super hush hush and really locked down around it.
Sure, we'll learn of that soon.
Yeah, we'll find.
But those are the two rumors you hear from like the gossiping young family members of the various lesser and great houses. Cool. We go to the slums. Slum people. What are we doing? What are we doing there? You're looking for House Ophelia?
Slum buddy.
Yeah, just try to see where things stand in the area.
Oh, that's right. You just wanted to know how the slums were doing. They were rough. There is a lot more people in the streets, and the rebuilding effort has barely begun here. That being said, there doesn't seem to be a lot of dead. You spend most of your day saying hi to the individuals you'd met. Most of them tell you that House Ophelia worked many of their magics to either get them to safe spots further back in the city, or to open doors that led to magnificent temples in starry spaces that kept them safe through the duration of the battle. Yeah, but a lot of the buildings are destroyed, and it doesn't look like the amount of effort that's being done in the trade district, the dock district, and closer to the military ward is being done here.
Okay. I will try to track down some of the people that from House Ophelia itself, and see if there's anything I can do to help them out. Any kind of support.
Essentially, you find a lot of the sort of like lesser clerics of the Everlight that are just spending every spell slot they have creating food and water, creating food and creating water. And that seems to be what most of their resources are being spent on a day-to-day basis, is just keeping everybody fed. What could you guys do? Essentially just be hands-on. They're waiting. The two twins with sort of like scowls on their faces, they tell you, will tell you that they're waiting for the new head of House Carlyle to deign that his docks are finished before any work can begin on this district. So some house politics occurring at the highest levels is what you gather is going on here.
Okay. I'm kind of like recognize that they're disagreeing at the situation, and also like as an outsider, that's not something I'm going to have a big influence on.
Yeah.
And so I will go ahead and help them with like food and water and all that, and other areas that I might be able to help them with. But
Jack and Velran essentially just become a muscle and carry the food and water to where they need to go. Edna,
okay.
do you want to do anything here? You have also learned all of this information.
Yes. So for Edna's backstory, originally she was here raised by her single dad, who when I left to go adventuring, he did also. So technically my home would no longer be here, but I would have grown up here. So Edna is most likely not feeling the happiest, but is also happy to see people still surviving. So I would probably be just kind of quiet in that space, but just checking on people and seeing like if there is anything I can do, like, oh, can I just even get you a glass of water? Like how can I help the community?
Yeah, this has big what's the word I'm looking for? Like Red Cross area vibes.
Yes.
Currently.
I would be like, let me get in here and just volunteer, even if it's like getting some soup
and you are put to work by several very nice a lot of halflings. A lot of halfling of various ages. Everybody, all of these clerics of the Everlight are halfling Azamar for the most part. There's some like half human, half halfling, a quarterling, as some people call them. But they're all with like golden tattoos and golden eyes. And they put you to work. They put all four of you to work, essentially, conversion, using all of your spell slots that you wish to help with create food and water. And Edna, I don't know what spells artificers have in that capacity, but you could work with Jack and Velran and just bring things places.
Looks like I've got a good amount of things that I can share and do. So I will donate some spell slots to those in need.
Okay. Perfect. I guess that brings us to the end of the day. That's everybody done.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Did me and Clarny ever gild an acorn?
No.
I thought we did that. Or did we just talk about it?
I think we just talked about it.
You just talked about it. You're like, oh, hey, that's a thing we could do. And then it just never happened.
I need to gild an acorn.
Either that. I do remember you talking about it like before you got off the boat to Veer.
Yeah.
But I don't know where you got an acorn to do that.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Gotta find an acorn. I'll keep my eye out for acorns.
I do think that is the biggest problem.
Yeah.
Is that like, man, is Solnar not really a tree place?
Not a big tree place, yeah. There's probably a lot of statues or etchings of trees.
Was it so? Yeah, there is a lot of murals of trees. Scale mail to Edna. Jack gets a +1 hammer. Right now.
Bonker.
And +5 damage. Magic bonk. And then he promises to, in his free time, get to work on Eddie's longbow. You guys get a long rest. Is there any information, Craig, you would like to impart before the day ends?
Oh yeah, just basically explain all the stuff with the lower parts of the sea level. Anywhere of these could be entrances that rats could have gone back when they retreated underground, if they're these mythological beings from the past, right? Or could have came up from in the past. But the one is definitely interesting with the big crater right against the land. Like we were gonna sail right over that. We probably would have got krakened or something. We might want to try to go around it.
I mean, going around it just means being in the deep ocean.
Yeah,
sort of
it's not much
it's-
different, really.
yeah, it's just
Yeah,
sort of like
really not.
this is all deep ocean.
Seems like a crate is a nice spot for, an elder god to live.
Not at all disturbing.
Yeah, maybe a land approach. We'll look at that when we get to it. All right.
Oh, and we were being followed, but neither of us gave a shit.
He kind of like, without actually face palming, he face palms.
Mhm.
He's like, you probably should give a shit.
All right, next time I'll give a shit. Gotcha. Sorry about that.
Sorry about that, Captain.
I'm sorry.
My bad.
That's okay.
I'm gonna start
Let's-
saying.
So, you learn anything about the tunnels?
No, they said that basically the military's taken all the documents on that, so we could probably get to it. We just have to ask. Also, there's something happening at the main entrance to the tunnel. Somebody died or something. I'm not sure.
There was something that happened.
We can figure it out in the morning.
I'm sure they'll tell us about it.
Eddie, make Constitution saving throw.
That is a 17.
17. You didn't doze off today, so you've been able to take your snurd back and put it away, and you weren't found asleep with an angry snurd.
Is he that angry? He's got a full belly. He's had a nice, relaxing day of listening to whistling and eating rats. Is he really angry? How could he be angry?
Are you still whistling?
Give him a little hum. A little hum.
Okay. Then he's sort of just bobbing his head.
Bobbing his head, having a good time. Belly full. He's a good snurd. And he will be my friend.
I will write a little sign and put it just on the boat where people can see it that says "We'll buy acorn for 15 gold."
Okay. Duly noted. Any ship that comes to shore.
A bit more like facing the dock, the people walking by.
Somebody just has a lucky acorn in their pocket.
Like, oh,
You got a lot of oak trees in this in Sonar.
No,
no.
absolutely not.
I always
Greg, you might have more luck talking to some of the guys who go out on patrol.
All right, maybe we'll find one in the Underdark.
Who knows? Yeah, a
It's
special
a weird place.
He just kind of blinks at you a couple of times.
One that will kill you.
Did you really just say that?
Look, I'm the druid, okay? I know what
Yes.
I'm talking about.
Can you not druid craft? Do you not know druid craft?
Druidcraft doesn't create seeds; it just lets you take the
Okay.
ones that are there and make them grow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
people use it
Yeah,
wrong
yeah,
all the
just like
time, but
Cast
really,
acorn.
no. You
and
can.
have an acorn.
If I had an acorn, I could turn it into a tree with Druidcraft,
I'm
right?
going to tap my artifact, create acorn.
Create acorn.
A 0/1 sort of egg that can create a squirrel creature token. Anyways.
Take a break.
Sure, yeah.
Right. We'll be back. Oh.
And now that we return to the center of a star where our players are fighting a star dragon for their money. No. We're gonna go to the Underdark.
How we get to that?
I wanted to play Spelljammer, didn't run it past any of you, and just started it. Just started the Spelljammer campaign.
Plot twist.
Space Pirates, you guys, you'll love it. It's the same thing as your. It's the same thing as your boat adventures, just in space. There's no difference.
Next time we're sailing, we're gonna get like teleported, guys. Better be careful.
I think my grand plan is to just take the space combats and put them on water. Is my grand plan.
Like that.
There's Gith Yankee here. They do this sometimes. Right. You guys get up the next day and head to the pit, I assume. Oh no. First, Craig. You do spot, as long as you are still sleeping in the crow's nest.
Always.
There does seem to be on like a rooftop of a warehouse. You notice it probably at like 2 a.m. a change of shifts of a single body that you had been like totally immovable, and you'd like watched it and somewhat decided that it was just something on the roof until it moved and switched positions with another person.
Is this before I've gotten my 4 hours?
2 a.m. When did you get back from the library?
I don't know. Not that late, for sure.
Okay, so then yeah.
Okay, I'll cast Dark Vision on myself and then pull my sniper out real slow and point it that direction.
There is some Azamar female sitting with a spyglass pointed at the deck of your ship.
I don't recognize her.
No. Nope. Wearing like dark black leathers, a lot of sort of like soot or charcoal on their face to try and darken it, to just try and keep hidden in the shadows.
Okay. I want to as stealthily as possible do like some Batman shit.
Okay, make a stealth check. What are you saying, Eddie?
They smeared soot all over their face?
Yes, David, it's a Black Ops operation.
Okay.
Go away.
15. Ugh.
15.
Real bad.
Okay. With your dark vision and passive perception, though, you do notice them roll off the roof as you try and surreptitiously go off of your crow's nest onto the docks. Because, like, really, there's only one way off of your ship.
Yeah.
So you have to walk off the gangplank as surreptitiously as possible. You do it just suspiciously enough that you catch them roll off of the roof away into, like, an alley between warehouses.
I'm gonna go find them.
Okay. Make a investigation check. No.
19.
No.
You see as you come into the alleyway, there's this moment as you two lock eyes. And then she starts to run down the alleyway.
Stop.
Like away from you. Okay, so right at the edge, you'll cast Hold Person. Does a 17 succeed?
No.
Okay, so locks in a full sprint.
I'm gonna walk up. I have a minute.
Yep.
Here in about 60 seconds, you're gonna tell me what the fuck is going on, alright? I pull out my scimitar, and I have it covered in glowing flies. I hold it to their throat. I say, you're gonna let me know who you are, who you work for, and why you're following us. And then I drop it.
Roll an intimidation check at advantage.
Not that great. 11.
Okay. As the paralysis ends, they sort of like stiffen and straighten up and look down at the sword and go, I don't got to tell you anything. Just got to follow orders.
Does that seem like government, military, or like shadow?
I mean, sure, yeah. Like it's both. If it's working for the government and military, it's a shadow organization,
Right.
or it's a shadow organization that is independent. But you're definitely dealing with somebody who's like not the top man on the totem pole, and it's they are more based on your intimidation. They are more willing to stand on their orders than they are afraid of you right now.
I got you. I'll tell them, will you tell whoever you work for that they can come talk to us if they'd like to know what the fuck's going on? And then I turn invisible and run away.
Okay. And you run away. Cool. Next morning comes. Gang meets on the deck of the ship.
There was people watching us on a roof. I did a whole like vigilante thing, but I didn't come off very intimidating, I don't think.
I think Tim Toothy and Jelly.
Voice growl. Bravo.
Yeah,
No,
Tim
yeah, I was
Toothy
just
and
using my
Jelly
voice.
come towards you with a handmade bat mask.
Okay, I
Yes.
like this.
It'll make you scarier. It's what the bat druids told us to do. This is all part of their plan.
Next time I pull the hood down, the ears will pop out.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Real spooky. Justice for Solnar.
Vengeance.
Disguise your voice.
You don't. We don't need to know that the Underarch also doubles as the Bat Cave, as Tim Toothy and Jelly have begun to call it.
The Bat Cave, but all the tech is just made to make ranch.
Right. So anything you guys want to do, or just head down to the pit?
Somebody say ranch. I just walked back in and all I heard was ranch.
Bring your creamed dressings. We go to the pit.
Okay.
Creamed dressing.
Great. The pit. You guys make it about 100 feet from the pit, and you are stopped briefly by outer guards. Every road leading towards the pit is now barricaded on both sides. It's like one of those like X barricades with like spikes. You know what I'm saying? The spikes can go on either side.
Oh, we're not through traffic. We work here.
Yeah.
We show our badges.
Exactly. But anybody with, there's several of you with, passives and whatnot, can tell a grim environment is what you're walking into. This, the like 3 days ago when you were here, 3-4 days ago. Speaking of, Carney has 2 more days of bed and relaxation before he can come on an adventure. But what was a lot of the soldiers and guards that were posted here, like Craig had heard them talking how this was such a cushy gig, such a great assignment to be given. Very much is now a dark, like everybody's serious. Nobody's whispering. Nobody's talking. There's no like card games being played behind tents. There's just people marching around in like groups of 2 to 6 to, you see at one point like a whole 32 platoon coming in from the military ward. It is now very much what feels like more of a Roman army encampment. which is the vibe Solnar gives off when their military's just hanging around. You guys approach the big tent that Leonidas Dumas resides in. And he is kind of sitting and looking at the map table that had the like hand map that is the tunnels. And what is instantly seen on the table is the index finger has a massive sort of like rock area depicted in it now, and seems to have been caved in just at first glance. But he looks up at you all as you walk in. Curiosity, morning. It is wonderful that you have returned. I hope your days of relaxation were met well.
Is Eddie's fan still hanging around anywhere?
No.
I don't see him anywhere.
You have not seen him anywhere.
I'm gonna ask.
And looking at Leonidas, he is tired and covered in dried blood and dust. And like there's just a thick layer of just grime on this guy, who is sort of like sitting at this like big map table. He's sitting in a chair with one hand on a cheek, and just like his hands kind of smearing the grime as he looks at this map.
Hey, Leo, did anything happen while we were away?
Oh.
Eddie gets side-eye on that one.
Someone's gonna ask.
Jack sort of like elbows you in the ribs. Dude, shut up. Leo sort of gives you a look and he goes, "We had an incident 2 nights ago. It's not public knowledge yet. One of our guards said he spotted a rat about the size of a man, a bit smaller, perhaps. We gathered arms and followed it within, because it is policy too. The outer men did not follow their order to not go past the palm, as we call it, and chase the ratmen that they had struck. One of them had gotten a hit from the reports I received, and they wanted to finish off the runner before it reported back to whomever it was obviously scouting for. About a dozen men went down that tunnel, and the tunnel collapsed on them. I am convinced that it was treachery and ambush, and not a natural collapse. I dug through the rocks for many hours. We only retrieved 4 bodies. Everyone else is presumed dead.
Did you get all the way through the collapse?
No. It is a total collapse. My men are still down there, attempting to pull rocks out as we speak.
One of the fingers, was it?
It was the index. It was the one you guys were going to go down next.
We can presume these tunnels connect eventually. We'll go down the next one. Tell your men to stop. If it was an ambush, they're just going to get ambushed again if they break through.
We have to collect the bodies, Master Brad.
We will get them in due time.
You can make a persuasion check if you're actually, attempting to persuade him from his course, but he is pretty set in the concept of those are our boys and I'm going to get their bodies. He's
I mean,
also quite
I
delirious.
probably won't be able to roll high enough for him then. So it's all good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, if anything, we get the bodies, but then fill back in as best we can. Because if it's caved in, that's more or less one less way these ratmen have to get in.
That is the silver lining my superior has offered me as well. There's a bit of a disdain as he says superior, who his only superior is his father.
Out of curiosity, is
So out of character.
huh? I want to know. He wants to know. He describes the boy who asked for his autograph, his first fan. What was he? Is he okay? Is he one of the missing?
Leonidas grabs you by the hand. A single tear rolls down his cheeks, and he goes, "I'm sorry, my boy. He's gone."
Eddie's his eyes. Eddie needs to take a moment.
Eddie goes outside of the tent to have his moment.
He looks up at the sky. He sees birds flying through the air. He's like, these rats must pay for this. They are no friend to bird.
Does a Darth Vader know?
It's a no, but it's in Eric Cochran, so it's one big like whistle.
This is Eddie's first step to a third multi-class of a vengeance paladin.
Mm-hmm.
I was making bird sounds and then realized I was muted.
Oh, Discord probably wouldn't have picked him up.
They were good, but I was doing my best.
Right. So do you guys plan to go down the middle finger?
Conversion, what do you think? We could help them? Because I am worried.
If they've collapsed the tunnel, it could be 20 feet, could be 10 miles.
Right. So we go down the middle finger.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
As you guys leave Conversion, Velren sort of walks up to you and whispers in your ear so that nobody else can hear it, maybe other than Craig. I like to think that actually flies hear things
And report back
and
to me.
report back to you about
I
it.
love that. I love that.
It's like they're
I
whispering to you.
I don't spy on my friends talking. So
Cool.
I wouldn't be paying attention.
One fly just dies as it hears it. He's like, I can't bring this information back. Velren whispers in your ear, Conversion. I wonder if the rats took the bodies. In our few skirmishes with them, any dead we didn't manage to recover wasn't found on the battlefield.
And Conversion subtly kind of nods.
Cool. Belran pulls out, and you guys all walk down the tunnels, which there is essentially a bucket brigade of rocks being brought out. Currently, generally, just sort of like one big rock that a single medium-sized humanoid could carry. No big rocks and no small rocks. They seem to be in sort of like the single file moving rocks up the way as you guys walk by. Right, and then you come to the palm. The thumb just goes away into darkness because you collapsed it way deeper into the tunnel. You see, Conversion, you've got this like super dark vision, right?
Yeah, it's 300 feet.
300 feet. Yeah, you see down the tunnel, the like cave in. There's just a like pile of rocks that goes from top of the cavern to the floor. Just a rock pile. And in front of you is the middle finger, which you conversion at 300 feet. See, goes really straight, like unnaturally. I mean, you already know it's an unnatural cavern, but unnaturally straight. And you think you see a hole in the floor, like 250 feet ahead. But nobody in the the Solnar military has dark vision like that. So nobody has seen that. But you think you.
Okay. Once we start heading down, I'll let whoever is actually taking point.
Okay.
Craig. I assume Craig was taking point. But
Yeah, just let me. I'm gonna cast.
I'll I will give you a heads up that there's a hole in the floor up ahead.
Okay, I'll cast dark vision on myself as we.
You got it.
Start. If one of you could like, I hate to use another spell slot. And you have goggles, I'm guessing, right?
What?
You have goggles of night. That's like the first thing artificers learn to make. You have those, I'm guessing, yeah.
Yes, I totally have those.
Dope. All right, yeah. Jack, hold on to someone's shoulder.
Yeah. Always at your side, Captain.
I'll go to the edge of the hole.
Right, you walk up to the
Don't
edge, everybody. It's the hallway is like 10, 12 feet across, and the hole is like 10 feet across, and is like bored straight down vertically into the rock.
Is
Like
there one
a
above it?
clean circle. What?
Is there one above it?
No. With your passives, there does seem to be just like the beginning of one, like something like a scoop. There's a scoop out of the ceiling, but then whatever did it stopped.
A scoop of the ceiling.
Can I make like a? What do you want me to make for this, John?
You don't get to make anything.
I don't get to make a check.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Everybody else gets to make a check. You can make a history check, but everybody else, no. You make me an Arcana check. Everybody else makes history checks except for Eddie and Edna. By everybody else, I don't mean you two. You two can make Arcana checks as well.
7.
7.
So I can make an Arcana check?
You can make an Arcana check. The history is actually for memory for the other people.
I've got 18 for history.
Okay.
15 history.
Okay.
I got a 10.
10.
Okay, so for an Arcana check, I actually haven't building out my character sheet. So what is it? What
It's
stat?
intelligence. It's intelligence.
Intelligence.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah, I'm good there. Let's see. Oh, cheapers.
That's a lot of dice.
Eddie, what'd you get?
Do you want Arcana or
I want Arcana from you. You were not there for what I am having people try to remember.
It was before Craig?
It was before Craig.
23.
14, Eddie?
Yeah, 14.
Okay. Clarny and Narvos have a memory of a forest and a ruin of a giant city where your buddy Nats was disintegrated. And Edna, you know of creatures, aberrant creatures that have powers of disintegration within their eyes, visual prowess to just annihilate with their sight. All three of you remember and know of beholders.
I'm thinking it's some kind of worm.
Beholder, 100% dojutsu.
Yeah.
I hate to say purple worm. I doubt it this high up, right?
It's
It's a bit too small for a purple worm, too. Maybe a wormling.
Baby worm.
Conversion will actually like look at the surface of the inside the tunnel where it drops down, Is it like a single smooth surface, or is it like
You run your finger across it. It is a smooth surface, and it's got this weird layer of slime on it. Just like green slime that when you swipe it with your index finger and put your thumb on it and pull your thumb apart, there's just like the goo that goes between them.
I will scrape that off.
Okay. Scrape. It's a slick vertical drop. What would you guys like to do?
The tunnel continues on after.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's basically a 10-foot circle in the middle of the tunnel.
Looking past that point, you see several others in the next 200 feet. There's probably another 2 others that you see. One of them is actually on the side wall.
I'm not liking this.
We should have brought the
We
battering
got at
ram.
least 2 more coming.
Oh.
What would you guys like to do?
I'm looking at spells to see if I have one that will help
Did I
me.
give one of you guys a
can get
coin?
us across,
I think I gave
We
one
have
of you
coins.
a coin of
Coin
delving.
I
of
think a
delving.
lot of us.
I know, but I gave you a coin of delving.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've got that.
I have one too.
Cool.
What does it actually do?
You drop it, and when it lands, you'll be able to tell how far it fell.
It grows a mouth and yells out, 800 feet!
Eddie would like to make an echo and
Oh, a bird echo?
or just a regular echo,
Okay.
and Eddie's going to transfer his consciousness into it and then just jump down.
Okay, you're making a scouting echo and just yeeting it.
Just yeet.
Okay.
I can bridge us across. I have I can make ice walls.
Do
I
that.
mean, we can get across. I'm just concerned that there's at least 2 more that I can see further down.
Oh, that's fair.
The people
A
fall.
slick fall for the consciousness of Eddie. No, you can't hear the conversation that they just had. It's just the sound of wind whipping past you. You're just falling vertically. Your shoulders hit the slick walls a couple times, and you fall, and you fall, and you fall. Or I'm not good at distances, but it's a while. Several hundred feet you fall.
Like 30 feet.
And then you land. You don't have dark vision. This echo doesn't have dark vision, correct?
Yeah, he doesn't.
So you just the thing, the fall down opens up for probably another 80, 90 feet. And then you feel your ankles shatter beneath you, and your consciousness comes back to you as you take the 1 point of damage as the immediate impact. Yeah, because he jumped vertically. It's a vertical cavern, and he can't see the ground, so he just lands he pencil dove into stone.
That was a disposable echo.
Right. If he could have seen the ground, though, he could have just stopped before he hit the ground, right? Because
Correct. Yeah, he could have made stopped being in the echo. But that echo still, I guess that echo would have vanished the moment he stopped being in it.
Well, can't he just move it it can fly essentially?
I don't know, if I transfer my consciousness to it, if that means it can't. I think it can fly though.
I don't know. The wording's weird.
Yeah, moving along. Your consciousness comes back to you. It's several hundred feet down, probably in the realm of 500 to 600 feet down. And then there's a cavern, an open cavern. And you can make me a perception check to see what you might have heard past the whipping of wind.
That's going to be a 17.
17. You thought you might have heard something in that chamber. You're unclear what it would have been. Some noise was made as you fell to your doom.
All right. Should we just go down then? Have it enter down in the hole?
We don't have that much rope.
Can I cast fly on myself?
Yeah.
I'm
Gives you
gonna-
60-foot fly speed.
Some of us can fly, but it's like getting down is one thing and up is another.
But I can't use the kind of properties of fly to manipulate that to allow myself to descend. If
No,
there's a
you
hole.
could totally
You
go down
can.
there with fly.
You totally can go down there, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast fly on myself
Okay.
and go on down there.
What's the duration?
It's an hour.
An hour?
It's
Yeah.
an hour. Yep.
Easy.
Fly is an hour long. Well, concentration.
But you're gonna go down there by yourself, Edna.
And then it just starts floating down.
Why not go? Bye.
Captain, you want to go with her?
I think okay, so and it just starts floating down 60 feet per turn. So like less floating down and more like
Zoom.
Rapid plummeting, but controlled.
and there's just like a beat of silence in the hallway in the like tunnel above as like everybody sort of like realizes what just happened.
You just jump.
I don't.
And he's
Yeah,
going to use his immovable rod whip thing, and he's going to jump, but he's going to freeze. And then he's going to follow the one, and then he's going to freeze to control his momentum.
You're gonna rip your arms out of socket, Eddie. Are you fucking insane?
He's very strong. He
I
will
want a
not
strength saving throw. Just one. It's a pretty high DC.
This is not athletics.
No, this is a save. This is a saving throw.
This is insanity.
This is you fell 100 feet and then stopped very suddenly. Can your arm remain attached to your body?
Armor is a part of Eddie's body, and it's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 was the DC. It hurts. You're gonna really regret that decision when you go to bed tonight, Eddie. Like just the muscles where your shoulder blade meets your arm. Rough. Really rough. Probably heavily bruised. But you're following Edna. What's everybody else doing?
Can I feel the wall?
It's slimy.
Like so slimy a spider couldn't stick to it?
Correct. No, you can have climb.
So, Here's a question. My earth board. Could
you
I
can tunnel? You can just go like.
could I just stick it out like a ledge and then like write it down like an
I
elevator?
love that.
Like the
I
tail
love
of
that
it?
so much.
Can I stick it out enough to where a couple of us could walk on it? Because I mean, it's bigger than I am.
One
I'm
person
small.
can come with you. One person.
Oh, I can only. That's right. I can only carry one person. That's right.
Yeah, one person can come.
Is there anyone that would want to go with me in this regard? With this way?
Jack raises his hand.
Okay.
I want to go.
I can fly myself.
Okay.
Which leaves Velran and Crag.
Yeah, I can fly.
What about
Yeah,
Eddie?
I'm sorry, Narvos. You know, Eddie's going down himself.
He's
You
really
just hear-
doing
you
that.
You
I'm just
hear a
hearing
scream of pain about like every 10 seconds.
a little crack every 3 seconds.
He succeeded on his save.
Yeah, I
Okay,
know.
I'm letting him do it.
All right. Can I? How big is the biggest spider I can turn into?
Oh, that's right. You're a druid.
Yeah.
You can be a giant spider.
Okay. Can I carry Velran as a giant spider?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
plan.
Okay. He is very upset about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's very upset about him having to ride a giant spider. Some religious trauma. He's like shaking.
I'd say
On top
sorry
of you.
for the irony, and then I transform.
Yeah.
Grab it.
It's very upsetting. literally his mother would threaten to turn him into a drider when he misbehaved as a child. Right. That's everybody. Everybody starts going down. Edna, first up. You come out of the bottom of the tunnel like a bat out of hell. Just like you have your goggles. Good thing you're wearing goggles. As like the wind just whips past you, your vision doesn't change at all because your eyes are protected. And you see an opening just come rapidly closer to you. Is there anything you would like to do before you reach that opening?
Yeah. Can I tell if I'm trapped? Well, if I'm using fly, I should be able to slow myself down, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I just want to be able to slow myself down before I actually reach impact so that I don't break my ankles like other people.
Yeah. So you're as you come through the opening, you're just not going to go through at 60 miles per hour. You're going to pull back to like 25.
Yeah, I'm going to go in kind of survey the tunnel and kind of look at like, how was this hole made? Was it consistent?
It is, as you're falling down, it is a perfectly bored 10 by 10 foot circular tunnel that is slimy on all smooth sides.
All right. That gives me input on how this was made. Thank you.
And you come through the bottom of it into this opening. Your 60-foot dark vision does not see the edges of the room. You do see in your 60-foot dark vision on the ceiling more openings. So there's probably 3 more openings that you can see. Maybe only half of 1 or 2 of them. And you sort of like come fly up and stay above, like up towards the ceiling.
Yes.
As you get there, there is a massive bulbous creature floating about like 15 feet away from the from the entrance you just came through, with 10 various eye stalks that just sort of like snap towards you.
No.
And one very large eye that just sort of like looks towards you.
I wave.
As you start to fall. As you feel that you can't see anymore, and you feel your fly spell no longer be active. You're still holding concentration on it, but it's no longer active. As you begin to fall, Eddie, you click, 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 and you find yourself with the final click beginning to fall through the exit of the tunnel. Is there anything? Yeah. Hello?
Hello?
Am I still here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My computer went to sleep because I hadn't moved it. I was like, I'd been explaining things for too long. Sorry. Is there anything you want to do before your final click? Just the beat before you enter the room.
If I am within 30 feet of a floor, I will manifest.
You are not. You are absolutely not.
Well, then regular Echo, he's floating down next to me.
Okay. So there's two Eddies floating down. And you enter the room. As you enter the room, all of the eyes snap to you as you are about 60 feet up from the floor. And your immovable rod no longer is magical. Edna's flight returns, and your goggles turn back on, like about 10 feet before you hit the ground.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay.
As Eddie begins to fall now.
How far? Okay, wait. How far away is Eddie away?
He is
from
50 feet from you.
Can I cast levitate so that he doesn't hit the ground hard? No, I'm already concentrating on using fly.
And he's in an anti-magic field. So
he's in an anti-magic cone.
Mr. Hooper, I need a wing just for a second. Give me a wing.
One moment. Who came down next? Who it was the Earthboard. Earthboard was next.
I'm gonna say real quick, it has to be a giant wolf spider because my level, which is medium
Okay.
size, so I'm going half movement.
Okay, so you're gonna be last. You're already last, and you're
Yeah.
still gonna be last. Earthboard Clarny, you have a problem. And I want you to make an intelligence check to see if you figure out your problem.
That's going to be a 28.
A 28 intelligence check?
No. Wait, hold on.
I was like, whoa.
Clarny has a full-blown brain blast.
No,
Semi-neutron levels of
20
intelligence.
Sorry,
Give me
22.
neutron level.
22. I rolled high. Yeah, it's 22. Sorry.
That's still really decent.
Big brain.
Well, I rolled really high. So.
You do realize that your fun, cool elevator technique, if it's just an opening, when you reach the bottom, you're just gonna fall.
Or it's going to dump you off. It's going to stick on the roof of the
You-
cabin.
No, the board will keep going as well. You will fall with the board.
Well, I mean, I can stop it there though, right at the edge.
You could, yeah, you could stop it right at the
Yeah.
top, yeah.
Well, I mean, as I realize this, I will probably just go ahead and stop it at the
Cool.
top and see what happens from there.
Okay.
I can also can't I like meld into stone too?
You
so,
can. You could try and bore around. That is another option you could
Yeah.
do.
Okay. Well, I'll just stop it when we get to that point.
Cool. Next down is Conversion. You come to now that there's sort of a stop point. Conversion. You're going to come to Jack and Clarny at around the same time that Eddie is begging Mr. Hooper. Can you say what you said again?
Mr. Hooper, I'm begging you, just for a second. We just need a wing for a second here. Just a second, just to catch us.
Make me a Constitution saving throw. No, a Charisma saving throw.
A charisma saving. It's a 10.
A 10. You are going to find that you are sputtering, and the wings keep forming and not forming and forming and not forming, and you hear in your head, you go, I can't do it, my lads. Sorry.
Rough.
And you're going to take 5d6. You take 13 points of bludgeoning damage as you just slam into the stonework at the in front of Edna.
Ouch. Okay.
Crack of stone on the ground as you hit it, anime style. And at that point, the spider with Velran on the back will make it to the top of the tunnel. Or
what about Narvos?
I would have stopped
I'm
the
sorry.
Conversion too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did it again. I just ran past
Jump
Narvos.
very fast.
I too exist.
So
The city doesn't
see-
say so.
so I see this with Eddie below me.
Right.
I'm assuming.
You don't see whatever caused his thing to disappear, and you didn't have the realization earlier. So
Yeah, somebody mentioned it though.
cool. Then you are aware that
Yeah.
you're like, yes.
All right.
Ah,
Do I have time to cast a spell?
Yeah.
And
Well,
hope like hell, like it works.
yeah. Well, that can be what you do for this opening round. What are you doing? What are you casting?
I'm going to go with greater invisibility and hope that it doesn't notice that I'm I zip through, because I don't have a whole lot of time left because I've only got 1 minute of flight.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
So that's 600 feet double moving. So,
Cool. So, yeah, you
I
guys are
pretty
at,
much
like-
just zoom.
Yeah. You both are at like 15 seconds remaining.
Yeah, so I'm basically just gonna zoom straight down in like superhero land kind of thing.
Cool. He does not have true sight, so he doesn't see you. You zoom past as you get a look at this awfully disgusting behold. It's furry. It's the last one you fought, if I remember correctly, was like purplish and really circular and very like almost a classical beholder, where it's kind of like squishy. This one is like gross and has a rodent like maw and like little nose, and it's covered in fur, and all of the eye stalks are covered in fur. And its one large eyeball is like this sickly green color. It's a like dark green with a lighter green inner eye, with like cat-like slit for the center of the eye. And each one of the eyeballs has that same like eyeball design.
Okay, my intention is to get away from where it might turn that main eye.
Cool. So you just like haul for a corner. You just like flying on the ceiling, head towards an area that's not where your friends are going to be coming from. Cool. Craig, Spider-Man.
Yeah. Like I can climb down this, but I can't stop. It's way too slick.
I'm gonna
go to the ceiling underneath is what I'm gonna try to do.
And it's a bit, it's still kind of slimy, but it's much less sort of like condensed due to it being an open area. And you
I imagine Belran is sitting on me with his legs tucked under me, so it kind of really looks like he's just a drider.
Correct.
Yeah.
Which is the issue that he had. But as you walk in, the eyeball snaps up to you, and he just has his legs wrapped around Craig.
I try my damnedest to still stay hanging onto the ceiling.
You like clench your toes. Several flies give their lives to try and hold your feet onto the ceiling.
Yeah.
And you plummet with Velran on top of you. I think at this point, unless you two have something you can do about it, you're just going to take 5d6. Or no, for you guys, it's 9d6.
Oh God. There's nothing I can do to try to help them.
Unless you cast Featherfall on them at this point, yeah.
The only thing I'd be able to do is do like an ice wall ramp thing for them.
I can cast Featherfall. I have not used any of my first level slots.
You can't?
I can.
You can.
Okay.
But if he's just following us with his eye down, right?
Which he
like,
kind of is.
Oh no.
Which he kind of is, because unless Clarny and Jack come in,
but there's no feasible way for them to come in.
Yeah, they'll just fall as well. So I think Clarny, I assume your plan is to just
smarter than
burrow.
that.
Yeah, is to just burrow around to get to ground level.
Yeah. I was gonna say that's probably gonna be the best bet.
Cool. So I'm gonna say that's what you and Jack begin doing this round, is burrowing around, which will take you a turn at your 180 movement speed.
Okay, that's fine.
And I'd just be zooming towards the ground. I don't think my thing, because it's a racial trait, I don't think it's magical, so I don't think him...
No, that's your wings. Those are your wings.
Yeah, so I'd be able to make it to the ground without getting...
So
also, I'm having to catch, while I'm falling through the air, a very expensive stone that was floating around my head.
Oh, yeah, you are.
Yeah. Your ion stone just drops.
I'd like to try and catch Craig, maybe try and jump up, catch him midair, something like that.
Yeah, because even once the eye gets away from you, when Narvos comes in, the eye does move away from you, but it doesn't matter. You're now midair.
Yeah.
You're still falling.
You're still falling. You take 30. Both of you take 34 points of bludgeoning damage. Come down like sacks of potatoes onto the stone. Narvos, you just fly. You just fly straight down.
Mm-hmm.
And probably another crap out of that whole thing.
Yeah, probably.
Is it the natural
Why don't you follow them? I'm just giving it the finger on the way down.
I have a good map for this. Just give me a second, and it'll be some imaginations.
I don't know if we have time to actually fight.
Okay. It is 10. Yeah, it is 10. Yeah. We'll just call it there, and I'll make a better map.
We'll pick up next week with a very fun fight. Sounds like.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
by then I'll learn to play it an artificer.
Any time to drink healing potions before?
No.
Before right.
No. Because
you drink it while it's looking at you. Just
Nothing
what the fuck?
happens.
What the fuck? It just
it's just Kool-Aid. It's just fruit punch, red fruit punch Kool-Aid. Cool. Okay.
Yeah. All right. See you next week.
See ya.